Alright, so I'm going to be putting together, I'm going to be actually fixing my Char-Broil Performance grill. I debated getting a smoker because I've kind of wanted one of those for a while, but I looked at the price of these new pieces, the new burners, because that's what's bad in it, and they were like not very much, like 30 bucks or something like that. So I decided to go ahead and just replace the burners for now and probably get a couple more years out of the grill. I'd actually started doing it the other day and realized I bought the wrong burner set. There must be a couple different size of Charbroil Performance grill burners. One is longer than the other. So if you're ordering parts for your grill, make sure you measure the burner to get an idea. I was actually not home and went ahead and, you know, it's really easy to click on Amazon and just order things, and I couldn't return them. So that's kind of a negative, but mine is a 5 burner. So I got 5 burners, 5 covers. I'll show you where these go, and then these are the connectors in between the burners. You really don't need many tools, maybe just like a screwdriver or a set of pliers to kind of pull the pins, but other than that, it's pretty simple. I've had this for, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 to 4 years, and it's been a great grill, but with a lot of grills, the burners go bad, and this one is definitely on its last leg. The rest of the grill seems in pretty good shape. So as you can see, the burners are completely cracked, and it's dirty because we live beside a gravel road over there, and it just makes a dusty mess all the time. I've already taken a couple burners out because I had ordered the wrong size, so I already started tearing into it and then had to backtrack. But it's really simple. Pull these covers out. These burners are just held in by these little pins. And mine come out really easy because I've already taken them out. Like I said, because I was already in the process. These are the 3 best shaped burners because we grilled with it the other day. But as you can tell, it's not in good shape. So these pins go in through the back and hold these burners on this end, so you can just, they get kind of seized up in here, so you have to get a hold of it with the pliers in the back. And since I don't care about these burners, I'm just going to twist them off. They get stuck in there. I just pulled it off. So as you can see, this has a lot of stuff that collects in there and makes the burner start not working right. They're pretty thin. I wish they were a little thicker. Yeah, they just come off like that. So the other day when I was working on this, I already cleaned out the grease and everything, kind of cleaned out some of the buildup on this, so I was ready to go. So there's no particular order these go in, but you have to get this in first. Then you put in a pin through the back, and this might be nice to have 2 people to do this. So they have a flat on them, so you have to get that part of the pin down. It just pushes in, and then you hold it in. Actually, it just went right through real nice. So now I just got to put a clip in it so it doesn't come back out. Just like that. And all the burners are the same, so it's the same process every time. This pin goes up. I'll get this off so you can see better. It goes in this way. Pin goes through the back again. And then put our clip in. I already took the igniter off of this. It was clipped to this burner right here, the old burner. I'll show you how to hook the new one up. It's really easy. All of our burners are in. Now this igniter, it comes with 2 igniters because there's one that's in here and there's one on this burner here on the side. I'm not worried about this one. I don't use it much, and I think the igniter's still okay. This one, you feed the wire right through this hole right beside the burner. You got to hook that up down below. And then it just clips right here to the side of this burner. Actually, I think I'm going to pull it out. It might be easier to clip on when it's out. Just like that. And slide the burner back in. just like that. All right, it doesn't come with any directions, so I'm going to first try this method right here. Just putting these over these studs and putting these clips on. It also came with these screws, but I think the screws would go in there, and so this would slide down here, but then I don't know what the point of having these would be. So we're just gonna try the first method and see if it works, and if it doesn't, we'll try the second way. So we're gonna put those don't fit on there, so all we can do is put these clips on here. Okay, so we got those on there. We're gonna leave the covers off until we know we got flame working on all these burners. So let me show you how this igniter fits in here. So your tubes, if you can see that, goes right over these pieces that are sticking out right here. So they just fit right over there and sit there kind of loose. This igniter comes over here and plugs in right here. One goes into the left side and your little hot plate goes to the right. So we gotta take this little connector here, and this igniter is really long, so I'm actually going to wrap it around here so I don't have a bunch of excess just hanging around. And then I'm gonna plug it right in, right here, hopefully. Gonna line that up. It's a little blade connector, and it definitely is tight. There we go. Now let's turn our gas on and give this thing a try. Try another knob here. It's not igniting that one. Let's try this one. I wonder if I have those upside down. Yeah, let's flip them over. Pretty warm, pretty warm. This is all supposed to be stainless, so it shouldn't rust. I mean, it will eventually, but it should be good for a while. Okay, flip these over. There we go. Now let's put these clips back in. Okay, now let's try it. Oh boy, I had that one on already. Let's try it again. We're gonna go from nothing. Okay, that one lit up. Let's try this left one. Right one. Yeah. Okay, all 4 burners are lit now. That's how they go. So we're gonna shut it back off and put our covers on and let it burn the oil off. Covers just go on like this. They go in the slots on this side and they just lay against this other side. I don't like that. Yeah, this center must be kind of bent out or something, so I'm gonna try to push it in from the back so it holds that up. So the center one, for whatever reason, it doesn't, it's just a little short, but I think it's just the way it's, the grill is, because it's not new. This must be bent out a little bit from heat, so it doesn't want to rust, so we might have to just kind of cheat that one. The other ones seem to do okay. So yeah, I just kind of have to keep an eye on this one. I can push in this a little bit, but I don't really want to destroy my grill just to get this on. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use a stainless steel screw and put a screw in there so it doesn't fall down. That's what I'll do. This one piece won't stay up when it's in its slots. So I'm gonna take one of these stainless steel self-tapping screws and put a screw in here so it can't fall down. like that. Now, yeah, there we go. I'm actually gonna do it to this one too, and this one, because they're a little bit short too. Oh yeah.
Wow, what we got?
There we go. Fire this thing up one more time. Well, there we go. Bought us some time, and until I can get around to getting me a smoker. This thing's been pretty good. We've had it for several years, but the burners were completely shot. So if you want to get some more time out of your grill, you might buy a set of burners like this. It's not that big of a deal to get them switched out. Pretty easy fix. So until next time, guys, good luck with all your projects.